Good morning class. So welcome to the next session of solid mechanics. So previous class we were discussing on analysis of bars with varying cross sections. Okay, we were discussing on bars with different cross sectional areas. If the forces were applied, how to calculate stress strain. Okay, this was the problem we have done. If the forces were applied like this, we have calculated strain, stress in individual components. Okay, this was the previous class we have done. Okay, next today we will be discussing what is principle of superposition. Principle of superposition. So please make a note of this. Principle of superposition means principle of superposition. Write down. When a number of forces are acting on a body, the resulting strain according to the principle of superposition is the algebraic sum of strains caused by individual sections. Individual sections are not supposed to talk. This is a recorded session, right? Means what? Suppose you have a body like this which has got multiple sections. Suppose you are applying some forces at different points of this body. Okay, I am applying forces like this. Suppose this is P1, this is P2, this is P3 and P4. What the principle of superposition says is the strain of complete member will be algebraic sum of strain of individual components. Okay, if I want to calculate what is the strain, what is elongation or what is the contraction of this complete body, I need to calculate strains of individual components and add them simply. Okay, so it says is sigma or epsilon. What is epsilon? Strain. Epsilon for this complete body will be epsilon 1 plus epsilon 2 plus epsilon 3. Okay, I need to just algebraically add all the strains. So this is called as principle of superposition. Okay, so we'll try to solve some problems on this which will make you more clear what does this principle stands. Okay, so we know to calculate delta L, what is delta L? Change in length. Okay, we know what is stress is equal to load divided by area, load on area. Okay, and we have also one more formula. What is strain? Change in length by original length. Okay, and we also know the relation between stress and strain. Stress is directly proportional to strain within the elastic limit, or stress is equal to Young's modulus multiplied by strain. If I substitute the values of stress and strain here, load by area is equal to capital E multiplied by delta L by L. What is strain? Strain is change in length upon original length. Now what is delta L from this? PL by AE. Okay, PL by AE is the change in length. So similarly, delta L for this complete component, suppose this was your component, acted upon by some forces, So delta L, change in length for this complete component will be delta L1 plus delta L2 plus delta L3 and so on. Okay, how many members you have, you need to just calculate change in length, algebraically add all these to get what is the complete change in length of this component. Okay, so please make a note of this. So any doubts on this part? So we'll discuss one problem. Yeah, please make a note. Fast. Shall I raise? Sign convention which is followed will be sign convention. Suppose there is a body like this subjected to compressive forces. All the compressive forces will be taken negative. All the compressive forces will be negative, and all the tensile forces will be positive. This is the sign convention which I am following. Okay, all the tensile forces I am taking as positive, compressive forces will be negative. So we'll discuss one problem. Yes, no discussion. A brass bar is subjected to forces shown in figure. Calculate the total elongation if capital E, Young's modulus of brass, is equal to 1.05 10 power 5 megapascal. 1.05 10 power 5 megapascal. Now what is given? This is a brass bar which is having a Young's modulus is 1.05 10 power 5 megapascal. So this will be directly equal to 1.05 10 power 5 Newton per millimeter square. 1 megapascal is equal to 1 Newton per millimeter square. Now we'll resolve this into three components. Let this we have these three components. Okay, now if you see component 1, it is of length 600 millimeter, applied with a force of 50 on this side, and we have force of 80, 20 and 10. Okay, Now this is a type of tensile force. Okay, now this is also tensile, we'll take it positive. What about this one? This is a compressive force, 80 minus 20. Okay, now again this is also a compressive force, subtract 10 again. So this will be a bar subjected to 50 and 50. Length of the bar is 600 millimeter. Okay, I have not given you the cross section area. Cross sectional area is 1000 millimeter square. Constant cross section area is there. Okay, so we have resolved this into forces. What force is acting on component 1 I have calculated. Okay, here it is 50, here it is 80 minus 20 minus 10. So 50 will be acting here, right? 50 kilonewton on either side. Now, to calculate strain, what I want? Change in length upon original length. I have original length here. I need to calculate what is delta L. So delta L will be PL by AE. Okay, just we have derived this formula. Okay, what is the force acting? 50 10 power 3 multiplied by what is L? 600 millimeter. Substitute all the values in Newton millimeter. Okay, Newton and millimeter. This force I am taking 10 power 3. Why? Because it is in kilonewton. Divided by A is 1000. Again this is given in Newton per millimeter square. 1.05 10 power 5. Now calculate this one for me. Delta L1 is, what is the answer for delta L1? 285 point 10 power minus 3. So answer will be 0. Delta L1 will be 0.2857. 75 or 57? 2857 millimeter. Okay, delta L1 we got, it is 0.2857 millimeter. Now this was first component. Now we'll go to the second one. Now what type of change in length this is? This is elongation or contraction? Elongation, because this is a tensile force. So I'll take all elongations positive. Tensile forces are positive, respective change in length should be positive. Compressive forces are negative, respective change in length should be negative. Okay. Next component, finished? Very easy problems these are. Okay. Second component, again it is a 1 meter or 1000 millimeter brass section. Okay. Now you have an 80 kilonewton compressive force and 50 kilonewton tensile force here. 80 is compressive, 50 is tensile here. So minus 80 plus 50, compression forces are negative. So this will be minus 30 compression. Now coming on this side, this is again compression, this is again compression. So this will be minus 20, minus 20, this will be minus 30. So force we have here is minus 30 kilonewton, P2 or compressive force. So now substituting in the same formula, calculate delta L2. Delta L2 is equal to minus 30 10 power 3 multiplied by 1000. Okay, what is the length? L is 1000, 1 meter or 1000 millimeter, divided by area is 1000 into 1.05 10 power minus 5. What is the answer? 30 by 1.05. Sorry, this is not -5, this is +5. Same again, minus 0.2857 mm. Okay, we got same contraction here. Now this is minus. Why? Because it is subjected to compressive force. It should be taken negative. Okay, now finish this part. This is second component. Okay, component 2, this part. Finished? Now, third component. Third component, it is again a box like this of length 1 meter, okay, or 1000 mm. So, you have a compressive force of 10 kilonewton on this side. What about this side? We have 50, 80 and 20. Based on the sign, you need to algebraically add all these. So this will be compressive in nature. It is 50 minus 80 plus 20. Okay, 50 minus 80 plus 20. This should be minus 10. Okay, now here you have a box of minus 10 kilonewton here, and this is 70 minus 80 will be again minus 10 kilonewton. Okay. This is 1 meter. Now substituting delta L3 is equal to minus 10 into 10 power 3 multiplied by 1000. Okay. Whole divided by again 1000 into 1.05 10 power 5. 0.095 millimeter. 0.095 millimeter. Now if I want to calculate delta L, algebraically add all these values. So delta L1 plus delta L2 plus delta L3. Okay, what is delta L1? 0.2857 minus 0.2857 plus or minus, this is again minus 0.0995. So this will be minus 0.095 millimeter. What does this mean? On application of this many forces, this bar is subjected to a compression of 0.095. Okay, this 2 gets cancelled and this will be 0.095. Clear? Or you can write like this. This is 0.095 compression or contraction. There's no discussions. Finished? Shall I erase? Next problem. A bar of uniform cross section is subjected to forces shown in figure. Calculate the change in length if capital E is equal to 2 10 power 5 megapascal and constant area is 100 millimeter square. Okay, now again resolve this into three components, 1, 2 and 3. You have three components again, 300, 400 and 600 are the length respectively, and forces are shown in figure. Okay, now component 1, it is a box of again 300 millimeter subjected to a compressive force minus 1 kilonewton on this side. Okay, minus 1 kilonewton is the compressive force. Now I need to calculate what forces are developed on the right side. So this is tensile or compressive? Compressive or tensile? Minus 3. Then next one, what about this one? Plus 4. What about this one? Minus 2. So this will be minus 1 kilonewton again. Okay, 1 kilonewton again. Now delta L will be PL by AE. Okay, substituting all the values, minus 1 into 10 power 3 multiplied by L is 300 divided by A is 100 multiplied by E is 2 10 power 5. This is component 1. Now moving to component 2. Component 2, 400 millimeters subjected to tensile force here. It is minus 1 plus 3. Okay, minus 1 and plus 3. And on this side you have 4 minus 2. So this is 2 kilonewton and 2 kilonewton on either side. Now substituting in the formula, delta L is equal to 2 into 10 power 3 multiplied by 400 divided by 100 into 2.1 10 power 5. This is delta L2. This is delta L1. What is the answer?
Minus 0.015.
0.015 millimeter. Now again, what is the answer for this one? Now similarly, you have one more component, 0.038 millimeter. Next is component 3, length is 600 millimeters. What forces are developed on right side? It is compression or -2 kilonewton. -2 kilonewton. Now here you will be having a compressive force like this. What will be the value? -4 plus 3 -1. So this is equal to -2. Okay, substitute in the formula. Delta L3 is equal to -2 10 power 3 multiplied by L is 600 divided by 100 into 2.1 10 power 5. Minus 0.057 millimeter. Substituting total delta L will be equal to, this is minus 0.015 plus 0.038 minus 0.057. Minus 0.034 millimeter. Next problem. A member ABCD is subjected to loads P1, P2, P3 and P4 shown in figure. Calculate force P2 for equilibrium if P1 is equal to 45 kilonewton, P3 is equal to 450 kilonewton and P4 is 130 kilonewton. Also calculate the total change in length. Okay, total change in length. If E is equal to 2.1 or take 2 into 10 power 5 megapascal. 2 10 power 5 megapascal is which material? E is equal to 2 10 power 5. Which material? Steel. Okay. Steel is 2 10 power 5. So in this problem, you are given forces like this P1, P2, P3 and P4. In which this is tensile, this is compressive or tensile? This one tensile. Okay. So we need to calculate what is the force P2 if P1 is 45, P3 is 450, P4 is 130. And also we need to calculate what is the total change in length of this compound bar. Areas are given to you directly and lengths are mentioned to you. So we'll start with first calculation of P2. Okay. Any change in units required? This length should be changed to millimeters. We'll do when we are solving the problem. Or this is directly equal to 1200 millimeters. This is 600 and this is 900. Okay. Now calculation of force P2 first. For equilibrium solution, for equilibrium, all these forces should be equal to 0. If I add all the forces, it should be 0. So this is tensile force minus P1 P1 minus P2 plus P3 minus P4 is equal to 0. Or simply you take like this, all left forces moving towards your left, I'll take positive, all forces moving towards your right, I'll take negative. So this should be equal to 0. What is P1? 45 minus P2 plus what is P3? 450 minus P4 is 130 is equal to 0. Tell me what is P2 from this? Three 365 kilonewton. P2 is equal to 365 kilonewton. Okay. P2 is minus 365. Correct. Why this will not be negative? This is 450, right? This will go on that side, right? Minus 450 plus 130 minus 45. Negative will be cancelled from either side. Okay. Now, next we'll go to calculation of what? What happened? $365 is correct. Minus 450 plus 130 minus 45. 365. Negative of this P2 will be cancelled, right? Minus P2 is equal to minus 450 plus 130 minus 45. Minus P2 is equal to minus 365 kilonewton. Or P2 is equal to 365 kilonewton. Correct? Next, component 1. Component 1, if you see, this is the component 1, subjected to a tensile force like this. This is 45 kilonewton. Okay. Now reaction should be also tensile. Now you need to add all these forces here. We have a P2 like this, which is tensile in nature. So plus 365 minus P3. P3 is 450 plus P4 is 130. Tell me what is the answer? 45 kilonewton. This is component 1. So delta L will be equal to, or delta L1 will be PL by AE is equal to 45 10 power 3 multiplied by what is the length?
1200.
Length is 1200 divided by area is 625 multiplied by E is 2.110 or 2 10 power 5. Areas are in millimeter square. 4.32 millimeter. Please check the answer. Correct answer? Please check the answer. Answer is wrong. 0.432. 0.432 is correct. 0.432 millimeter. Similarly, component 2. Component 2. This is your free body diagram or individual diagram of component 2. Length is 600 millimeter. Sorry, 6000 millimeter. 600 millimeter. Okay. Now area given to you is 2500 millimeter square. Left side you have a compressive force which is plus P1 minus P2. Okay, plus P1 minus P2. What is P1? 45 minus 365. Okay, on this side you have again compressive force. This will be P3. What is P3? Minus 450 plus 130. Minus 320 kilonewton. This is also minus 320 kilonewton. Okay, now substituting here, delta L2 is equal to minus 320 10 power 3 multiplied by what is the length? 600 divided by area. Area is 2500 into 2 10 power 5. What is the answer?
1.53.
Tell me the correct answer. I am writing complete calculation. Okay, directly substitute in your calculators. Minus 0.384 mm. Okay. Can I erase component 1? Okay. Component 1, be fast. Finished? Component 3, (900 millimeters), area is 1250 mm square, subjected to P4. What is the value of P4? 130 kilonewton tensile force. Now calculate the forces on this side. 450 or minus 450? 450 minus 365 plus 45. 130. Okay. So delta L3 will be equal to 130 10 power 3 multiplied by what is the length? 900 divided by area is 1250 into E is 2 10 power 5. Delta L3 0.468 millimeter. Correct? Please check the answer. Now total length, total change in length will be delta L is equal to, what is delta L1? Delta L1 0.432 positive minus 0.384 plus 0.468. Final answer? 0.52 millimeter. So this is the final change in length of this component.